Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is freaking Friday. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I gotta flip around the viewfinder really quick. I got a fun topic for today, but first, I gotta feed my freaking little kitty cat. Miss Ophelia, it's dinner time. Gosh, you are shedding your winter coat like freaking crazy. Okay, so, not more important than feeding my cat if she is the most important thing in my entire life, but second to most importantly, how do you lock back in after slopmaxxing your entire life, or after being a chud your entire life, or insert ugly internet buzzword here for your entire life? Well, to be honest, you just gotta freaking do it. Okay, let me focus up the camera really quick. Truthfully, there's really no secret to locking in. When I was 16 years old, I lost around 80 pounds, and from then on, have spent the rest of my life trying to better myself, at least physically. Mentally, we're still getting there. But I'm telling you guys, if you really want to do something, you're going to find a way to do it, you know? So with that just kind of framework idea in your head, I'm sure you can think, look at your life. You know, what kind of things are you spending your time on? Do you get home from school and immediately start playing Fortnite, or are you gooning all the time? I don't know. Don't have to be hypercritical or anything, but just take some binoculars to your life, or a microscope is probably a better analogy. Take a microscope to your day-to-day and see where you're spending your time. Because where you spend your time, those are the things that you actually care about. You can say whatever. It's easy to say, dude, I'm really about getting a six-pack and eating healthy and tracking my calories, and fitness is a really big part of who I am. And then you can still look like a slob because that's not how you live. Anybody can say that they have a goal or do anything. Saying the thing is the easy part. Actually doing it, that's where the money's at, you know? Exactly, Ophelia. So you can go your whole life, to go all kinds of changes, different hobbies, different friends, all kind, living places, all that kind of stuff, but what you spend your personal time doing, that is what you care most about, whether it's totally conscious or not. So that's the first thing. Where are you spending those, when you have those, that hour of free time or whatever in your day? What are you doing with that time? Are you spending that time doom scrolling, or sitting on the couch just eating chips, which I know sounds like the stereotypical, do you just sitting on the couch eating potato chips? I've done that before. It's not some extremist example or anything like that. No, dude, it's really easy to just get sucked into a show or something you're watching, and then start snacking, and next thing you know, it's 7:30 p.m. in the evening all of a sudden. So apply that kind of metaphorical, I almost said metaphysical, metaphorical microscope to your day-to-day. Where are you spending your life? And then flip side of that, just start making the change. For me, I remember being 15 years old, fat as shit. I wasn't, 600-pound sister's fat. I was fat. My entire life, I've always been overweight. And now it's interesting because I would say I'm kind of on the slimmer and skinnier side of things. Of course, it took very long and lots of training to get there and everything, and I'm not where I want to be ultimately, but that's the fun part about lifting weights and fitness and stuff. But I remember I was 15, maybe 14 and a half. No, I think I was 15. And I was at a cabin, my family used to rent this cabin, big, all my cousins, aunt, uncle, everyone like that. And it was just me and my older cousin up, and he and I were just watching TV. All the rest of the family had gone to bed and stuff. And my grandma, rest in peace, Miss Grandma Carla, I love you. She always would make a bunch of Christmas cookies and stuff, and then bring them all up to the cabin. I remember this particular night when I was 15 or whatever. I'm just sitting on the couch with my cousin, we're watching American Dad or something. And I'm just slamming Christmas cookies. I mean, I probably ate between 6 to 8 cookies. Like the full like sugar cookie with the frosting with sprinkles, like legit grandma calorie, like dense grandma cookies, okay? And I kind of just had this weird like snap out of it moment where, I mean, I was always, you know, in the back burner of your mind, you know how you're feeling all the time. You cannot lie to yourself. I'm a firm believer in that, no matter how hard you try. So I like eat my 8th cookie and this like just little like buzzer almost goes off in the back of the head that's just like, really, dude? Like, is this how you want to live? You're 15 years old and you'll have like, you're 240 pounds. It was like a smack to the face from myself all of a sudden. And damn, was it needed. From that second on, I went upstairs, looked in the mirror, and I was just like, yeah, I corroborated what my mind was basically saying, what that voice in the way back of my head was saying. I was looking at myself in the mirror and being like, yeah, you know what? What am I doing with my life? Like, why am I doing this to myself? I'm not like really happy, but it's like, it's just satisfying, like a surface level dopamine urge. Like I don't gain any actual anything from this, except for fat. I'm just getting fat, that's all it is. Looked in the mirror, went back into the little bedroom, and I just started busting out push-ups and crunches and like jumping jacks, and then the rest is history. All that to say, like, and I'm not just saying for fitness in general, I'm talking about just your life. Could be with trying to find hobbies, new friends, moving out, anything. Start doing it. You have to start doing it in some capacity or another. I mean, it might sound like kind of cliche, like, you gotta break it up into baby-sized bites. You gotta break it up into baby steps, man, baby steps. But you can't, like, you can't get your learner's permit and then go drive an 18-wheeler. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just like decide, you know what? Yeah, I think I want to get in this fitness thing. I just signed up for a Spartan race. No, dude, like go on, try walking for 15 minutes a day, every day consistently for 30 days. Okay, nice. Now try walking twice a day. Okay, now try and go to the gym once. Now, like, there's steps you can take to do anything, to break up anything into smaller steps. I think back to when I was going to the parkour gym, and I was like progressions. It's the thing with learning any new skill, but it was really like very apparent when I was doing parkour. And it's basically like recreating the final movement as simple as possible, all the way up to the most kind of complex version of it, up until you get to the actual movement itself. For example, like if we were learning a backflip or something, okay, first we're gonna do just jumps, just full jumps. Okay, then we're gonna do just arm swings. Then we're gonna try just rolling onto her back. Then we're gonna move on to the air trick, and then try and do like some actual kind of jump, like backflips, but on like the kind of trampoline sort of air trick thing. Progress up. You don't have to wake up like we all get. I feel like the like burst of motivation at like 10 p.m. you know, or whatever. That's like, yeah, you know what? Tonight's the night. Or not. No, it's never tonight's the night. It's always tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm making egg whites and I'm going to the gym for cardio. And then I'm doing lifting on my lunch break. And then I'm going to come home and I'm going to make dinner for my family. All things that you have literally never done in your life. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be enjoyable, and you're going to fall off immediately. So break it up into, I'm just speaking from personal experience too. I've tried all of those things that I just said for that example. So I've been there. I have been there, but I feel like now I've been at a place in my life for the last at least 2.5 years or so where I don't feel like that. I feel confident in the stuff that I'm working towards, like career-wise, extracurricular-wise, physically, mentally. I feel like I'm in a good state of just like building myself, and it feels fucking awesome. So if I could get anybody else to be in the same state that I am now, that would be amazing. I'm just a guy too. I work a full-time job. I stress out over bills. Like I'm a regular dude, you know. So if I can do it, you guys 100% can. That's pretty much all I have to friggin' talk about. Go out there and make it happen. That's kind of been the theme of this week's videos, but more specifically, like, you don't have to wait for anything or anyone to give you permission. And you don't have to jump off into the deep end either. Those are like both kind of mindsets that I feel like, maybe like not really society, but we kind of think society like puts that pressure on us. Like, oh man, I got to lock the heck in. It's now or nothing, blah, blah, blah. And in a sense, yeah, it is now or nothing, but like, it's not 0 to 100 now or nothing. You know what I'm saying? First you gotta build up the momentum. Then you gotta ride it for a little bit. Then you turn up the dial. Then you coast. Maybe you slow down a bit. Then you keep going forward. It's a constant journey, you know. But the journey never happens if you don't take that first step, people. Man, it was a good Friday, though. It was definitely one of those Fridays where I was just like, those memes of clicking around like on an Excel sheet, just doing nothing. I feel like that was, I'm not just saying I didn't do anything at my job, but it was definitely, the Friday energy, I will say, was definitely real. All that to say, I still had a badass cardio session on my lunch break. I did not do abs today. I actually had a meeting sort of around the same time I take my lunch, so I ended up just doing a full cardio session. I was gonna do like break up the cardio, make it a little bit earlier and then do abs, but I was just like, I do abs basically every day, almost, so the cardio is gonna be a little bit more conducive to my cutting goals than hitting a few sets of abs would. But yeah, no, it was a great day. I got a, oh dude, and it's arms today. I got arms planned for tonight. I'm gonna play some games with my homies. Probably I'm gonna splice this video together. Make a TikTok, do some cosplay stuff. I'm not seeing my girlfriend this weekend, but to be honest, it feels nice to just have the place to myself. I mean, it's my place, so I like having my place to myself sometimes. Not saying that in any negative connotation at all about my relationship or my girlfriend. Of course, I love my fucking girlfriend with all of my heart, and I love the time that we spend together. But, just saying, when you pay $2,000 a month for rent, and you have just this little box of space, I want to frickin' enjoy it, okay? But yeah, honestly, I'm gonna do some of these more dishes, hop on some games, maybe partake in a little, if you know what I'm saying. Just kidding. Or am I? I don't know. I'll catch you later, and I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Toodles. That was weird. I'm never going to say toodles ever again. I'm sorry.